Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here. Let's talk some mountain weather. And we have an exciting pattern, and we've got heavy snow falling right now. Kirkwood, 15 inches overnight. You're going to add a lot more to that before all is said and done. Now you're at 541 for the season, and look at what happened at Alta. 26 inches overnight. Now it's 619, and I've got some deep bullseyes in my forecast for snow accumulation. The Sierra, the Wasatch, and the Tetons in particular, where we could see feet of new snow in the forecast. I mean, just awesome pattern. This is what's going on right now. This water vapor, oranges and reds represent drier air. You can see the trio of lows lined up over the Pacific, including the big one hitting the west coast right now. Another one kind of plaguing Hawaii. You can see it, but it's riding the southern branch. Both branches will be important in the forecast because wait till you see this. Here are my headlines. 3 storm systems through 314. Bullseyes in the Sierra, Wasatch, Tetons, and look at this. Atmospheric river, possible. Not a lock, but possible. 310 through 312. If that happens, you know what happens. Like a fire hose of moisture just slams into the Sierra, and some of that gets blown into the interior, and we see big totals. So that's a possibility. It could be a weak to moderate intensity. In fact, let me just show you what that looks like. I'll take you back into here. So this is the forecast for integrated vapor transport, and this is the Euro's interpretation of this. Oh, look at 310, 311, and 312. We could be looking at that spike of weak to moderate intensity atmospheric river moisture. So again, that's for the Central California coast. Not a lock, but a possibility. I did write about it this morning on my blog, christomer.com. Take a look at it. Atmospheric river might return. And I did go into the jet pattern, and I'll show you that now full, so you get a sense of how this is going to play out. So this is both northern and southern branch collusion with a lot of just power slamming in orthogonally to the Sierra. A lot of lifting, and that would then some of that get blown into the Wasatch as well, and maybe even in the Tetons. So this is a pretty powerful pattern, 310 to 312, if it does set up. Let me take you back and show you what else was important to me. I looked at the atmospheric river forecast, which we just did. Here's the forecast timing, and I'll take this full. All right, so here is Monday morning, the 6th. The storm system still spiraling on the west coast on 7. There's 8, and that moves the storm in, but here comes the next storm behind it, hitting California. This could be the start of the atmospheric river. You can see how rich it is. Now, unquestionably, what happens with these, and you can kind of see it here, there's inevitably a warm-up. There's so much rich moisture that gets moved in with these rivers that'll push the snow level high, a lot higher than what it's been, and you're going to be back to that typical Sierra quality dense snowfall if this happens, that high-density snowfall. But this is something that I'm watching down the road. All right, the totals, you can see them here. I'll go into them one by one. Phase 1, 3.5 through 3.7, all of today into tomorrow. This captures a lot of snow that's already fallen early this morning, but you get the sense of what we're getting, what we're receiving in the Sierra. A couple of feet up there through the Wasatch, and you can see the other numbers pretty light. Idaho does pretty well out of this. Here's phase 2. Now, this is 3.8 through 3.14, capturing a couple of different storm systems plus the atmospheric river, a weak to moderate atmospheric river. That's why I've got 40 to 50 inches for that period. And the Sierra, another foot or more in the Wasatch, and another couple of feet for the Tetons. Love it. And in Colorado, the central to northern mountains do the best. Idaho looks pretty good if this stays on track with that flow coming in out of the southwest. And Oregon and Washington do well, especially Mount Bachelor. A couple specialty maps for you. 3.5 to 3.14 grand totals, I-70 north. Most of the snow is in the northern mountains, although Vail West does okay with about a foot. And let's go into the Wasatch. Grand totals, all of today through 3.14. Again, 2 to 3 feet of grand total snow. Most of that is in Little and Big Cottonwood Canyons, but this is one of my bullseyes for this period. All right, I don't think I've shown this one before, but this is for the Sierra. These are grand totals all of today. Some of this has already fallen today through 3.14 of about 70, 77 inches, somewhere right in there. About 50 of that comes with the river, 310 through 312. And one last stop. We'll go to the northeast. I don't have any big snowstorms for the northeast, but looking at 4 to 8 inches approximately in Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine. Not all of this comes at one time. A lot of it trickles in. A little bigger amount through Hunter, Catamount, and also Wachusett. So nothing huge for the Northeast. But guys, thanks for tuning in here. We got an exciting pattern shaping up. Always appreciate it. Take care and be safe.